When it comes to my ZBCN holdings, it must never dip below 1 million, hypothetically, for this bull run, even though nothing I say is financial advice. Why is that, right? It's because the way to take a look at it is that 1 million, that's crucial for me. I'm not talking about $1 million, by the way. I'm talking about 1 million like ZBCN. Now, why do I think that is, very crucial? It's because if ZBCN were to go to the price of 10 cents, then at that point, 1 million ZBCN would theoretically be worth $100,000. Again, many people think it's not good enough, but you have to consider that I'm not only just holding ZBCN, I'm holding a bunch of other projects, and not to mention, ZBCN, I view it as like a miniature version of XRP and XLM, so it's a must-have for me. Again, I'm not telling anyone to buy ZBCN or anything like that, I'm just saying how I feel, but the way to take a look at it is that Zebec encompasses all the sectors that people want to look for as of right now, and it's focused on all the sectors that have a lot of attention and could maybe gain a lot of attention moving forward, because what do people like usually, right? They like AI. Zebec has an aspect of that, focus on AI-based PayFi. People like projects that are similar to XRP and XLM, focus on global trade and finance, focus on the payments market. Zebec is focused on that too. Not to mention, people like, projects that have an aspect of RWAs. This is a big thing now. Just take a look at, for instance, a project like Ondo that's pretty much focused on RWAs. Take a look at how well that's doing. Zebec has an aspect of that too, focused on RWA payments. Not to mention people like, projects that have good partnerships. Zebec partners with Visa, MasterCard, allegedly, right? Of course, Bank of America, JP Morgan. I mean, that's very amazing. Not to mention as well, people like projects that have a good backing. And take a look at Zebec. Even though it's not directly the backing, but just take a look at the investors. Solana Ventures, and as well as something like Circle, which is the creator of USDC. So just take a look at that, right? All the things that have a lot of hype and things that could maybe even gain more attention, like for instance, in the AI space or whatever, right? During a fully fledged bull run, Zebec has that. So is Zebec a gimmicky project? Is it bad? No, I don't think so. I think it's very rock solid. The community is not necessarily the largest out there in terms of like the numbers, right? But it's very passionate, and I do like that. I like these type of projects that have a very passionate community. And we have to think about this as well. ZBCN, in terms of exchange listings, it's very good. Could it be better? Yeah. Why not, right? But then it's really good already. It has the recipe of what could hypothetically become something very special during a fully fledged bull run. So when it comes to owning at least 1 million ZBCN, it's a must-have for me, in my opinion. Some people out there, they may be thinking that, okay, this bull run is taking too long, ZBCN, okay, it had a good pump, but when is the next leg up going to happen? Now, in my opinion, things do tend to pump when we least expect it to do so. But you know what? We can take a look at some predictions of some very famous individuals, and I'm not going to mention every single one, but I'm just going to use one very famous example. Take a look at Charles Hoskinson, co-founder of Ethereum, founder of Cardano. When it comes to Charles back in November of last year, he said 1 to 2 years from then, he could very well see Bitcoin reaching anywhere between $250,000 all the way up to $500,000. So you could only imagine that. That's best case scenario November this year, hypothetically, in his prediction, right? Bitcoin reaching at that time frame anywhere between $250,000 all the way up to $500,000. What would happen if Bitcoin were to just at least go to the price of $250,000? At that point, ZBCN at the price of 10 cents wouldn't even seem too far-fetched. It may seem actually a little bit bearish at that point, but that's just the way to take a look at it. But this is all time will tell type of scenario. But with the way cryptos are heading as of right now, if this is prolonged for the number of months to come, right, leading up all the way until near the end of this year, let's say seeing 10 cents when it comes to ZBCN in 2025, it wouldn't seem too far-fetched to me. This is just the way to take a look at it. So as of right now, what can I control? Myself. And that is just by accumulating, holding, and just waiting. That's it. The market's going to wake up when it wants to wake up, but I don't want to miss out on that. I didn't miss out on ZBCN before, and I don't definitely want to miss out on it when it hypothetically has that next leg up. So of course, I'm going to be accumulating, holding, and just waiting. Keep in mind, my minimum is going to always be 1 million ZBCN, but there's no max, there's no maximum amount. It's not like, oh, if I reach 10 million ZBCN, I'm going to quit. No. If I can accumulate more than 10 million, why not? That's the way to take a look at. Of course, it's a work in progress, but I'm just saying that's the way I view it. I'm not going to stop at a certain amount, even though $1 million is my minimum. You know what I mean? When it comes to ZBCN Holdings, not $1 million, of course. But again, the market's going to do what it's going to do. 10 cents wouldn't surprise me whatsoever during this bull run. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. Greatly appreciated. It's only the captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.